What is up, guys? It's Nordyalex here, and today I am doing a Q&A video for my 600, I mean, how insane is that? I thank you guys so much, honestly, for 600 subscribers. I mean, it's only 1 month ago that I done my 500 sub special, so today I'm bringing you a Q&A video log, which is what you're watching now, obviously, for my 600 sub special. So once again, I thank you guys for that. It's amazing. Is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some like tweets off Twitter that you guys tweeted me for the Q&A, and some off the Hypixel forums which I asked on there, and all of them I'll try and feature if I can get my finger in the right place. That way it's all backwards. About along this bottom bit here, you'll see the tweet pop up. So yeah, if you can't hear what I'm saying properly or you missed the question, it will still be at the bottom of the screen to finish answering the question. So yeah, we're going to jump straight into it. I'm going to be getting the Twitter ones off my phone, and as you can see in the background, I've got Hypixel forums open on the thread for my 600 sub special video is open there. So we're just going to jump straight into this now. The only thing with it is my phone is on charge. I don't know how far it's going to be able to stretch. So yeah, we'll jump straight into it again. Okay, so we have our first question, and this is from Desert Fox 1339, and his question is: if you could record any video game of a famous YouTuber, who would it be and why? If I could, the game I would do would be, thinking of the person I'd do it with, the game would be Gary's Mod Prop Hunt, because he is amazing in Gary's Mod Prop Hunt. He only does about a 3-minute video, but he's just hilarious. I've loved him. I've been subscribed to him for about 3 years, and his name, and it's Cnan, is the person I'm talking about. And the reason I'd do it is I would just love to play Gary's Mod Prop Hunt with him. I love watching the videos, either that or hidden, because he just has so much fun playing games. Like, you don't find people these days who just play games for fun, whereas he does, and that is kind of amazing on its own. So yeah, the person I'll play with is Cnan, and the game we will play is Gary's Mod Prop Hunt. The next question comes from My Crazy Pi. What's the most boring thing about being a mod on the Hypixel server? I wouldn't have said anything on the server is boring, or it comes to the point of being bored, because at that point, if you're bored, then you shouldn't be doing it. I'd say some tasks start to get laborious or repetitive, purely because, like, when a new mini game comes out, that has got to be the worst time, because you'll have the same question probably asked about 1,000 times that day, and it does kind of really get annoying after a while. So yeah, I wouldn't say boring, but that's the point of my, like, being a moderator, that I start to get to the point of, oh my god. So yeah, it's the same question being asked over and over and over again. The next question is from Jorgen 590. How much time do you use in main lobby just helping people out? As of current, I've started to have less time to moderate on the server, because I'm doing either other stuff that is related to server but it's not requiring me to be on the server, or IRL, I'm really busy. So I would have said I'd probably try and spend an hour a day in main lobby helping people out. Yeah, and that's probably about it. Some days is more, some days is less, more often than not less, but main lobby is the one lobby where we have to have people in it, so I always try to make sure that if there's nobody in it, I'll take it over. The next question is from Spider McAllister, Spider 2017 the mod, for those of you who know him in game, and his question is: how did I find Minecraft? I found Minecraft originally in school, and this was in October 2010. No, it's probably earlier than October 2020. It's probably about September 2010, and there was a couple of guys on my table, and they was just talking about this game, and I was like, oh, what game's that then? And they showed me it, and it was Minecraft, and I was just like, that's actually quite cool. I'm looking interested into it. I looked it up, and online it cost money, and I was like, oh no, I haven't got money, because this time I was young, I didn't have a part-time job, I wasn't old enough, and I basically forgot about it, and I carried on going through, and in October that year I got a part-time job, and I completely forgotten about the game until I watched a video from Cnan, because I was subscribed to him before that, I think, for something, I think it might have been Call of Duty videos, but he posted a Minecraft video where he sung to a chicken in Minecraft, and at that point I was like, do you know what, I've got to get this game looks amazing. And at that point I got Minecraft. So October this year, so next month, I'd have actually been playing Minecraft for 3 years, which is kind of insane to think about. And yeah, so that is how I got into playing Minecraft. The next question is from Phantom Cobalt. His question is: how is the experience being a moderator, and what things do you think you have to do to put effort in to become one? Experience wise, sometimes we don't need people with background experience, we need someone who can speak Russian. So when there was the Russian YouTuber Lolokwa or something like that, I don't know his name fully, so apologies on that one, but when he came online, that was the first time we probably had any major Russian YouTuber online, and the chat just started becoming all Russian spam, and we got to a point of, oh my god, we need someone Russian. At that point we needed to find someone who was a Russian speaker, and we accepted them. But it does help if you have background Minecraft experience, so if you've played on a server often, or you've been playing Minecraft for a long time, you just generally know general questions about the game and server knowledge, because not knowing about a server or how servers run kind of doesn't help us, because people ask questions and you can then have to refer it on, and that's not the point of being a helper or moderator on the server. I wouldn't say you have to put effort into becoming one, or being one, because the point where you have to put effort in is the point you're bored or you don't want to do it. That is what effort is. I'd say you don't want to put effort in, because at that point you're trying to get it. It just needs to happen naturally. You just need to help people. You need to basically do it. You don't have to put effort in. It just needs to be what you want to do. The next question is from Bigo290. I'm not really too sure on understanding this question, but the actual question is, what do you like most, being a mod, a helper, or a VIP? So if you're referring to what rank I like most, I'd say it's VIP, purely because you're paying money to support the server, and you're getting like your bonusy stuff out of this for being a part of the server, and purely because of that reason I like that rank. Work wise, like what rank I enjoy being the most, I'll probably say moderator, purely because of some of the stuff we do. It makes it kind of like, wow, that is so cool type of thing. So yeah, if that's I'm not sure if that was the answer you was looking for, but that's how I've seen the question replied to it. Okay, so that is all the questions from Twitter. I'm now going to move over to that side there, that screen just there, and I'm going to get the questions off the thread that I posted on the Hypixel forum. So if I start talking and I just swiveled around like that, it's because I've quickly grabbed the question from there, or if I forget it, I am going to have to turn around and look at it. So I do apologise for that one. I don't have the world's best memory, but yeah, I'll give it a go. So I'm going to quickly spin around and I'll get the next question off of there. The first question is from GRWM, and his question is, what recording system do you use and what computer do I have? For the recording, as you can see just here, I have a Blue Yeti microphone with a pop filter, and at the moment it is sat on top of a boom stand which is clamped to my desk. So that's the microphone I use. Recording my in-game footage, I used to use Fraps, but Fraps has a problem with being very high CPU intensive, meaning you don't get as good frame rate, and on top of that I noticed that when I turned a corner quickly, it really blurred and it made it very hard to watch. So I've now moved across to DxTory, which is better. It sort of still has the frame rate problem, but I'm more guessing it's due to my computer more than what it is the recording software. But DxTory is cheaper as well, so I use DxTory to record, and a Blue Yeti microphone with accessories for my audio. Regarding computer, I have an Advent computer. I couldn't tell you anything about it as I'm not a computery person. It's a pre-built one. It's not something I customly made, but it's a good computer. It gets me by. I can play Minecraft with good text packs on and I don't lag. So hope that answers your question. The next question comes from Pikapi, and his question is, what would I rather eat most, a spider or a scorpion? Hands down, I'd probably say a spider, because I know that you can cook them and eat them. Like some cultures do that, so ideally, because at that point I believe like it is genuinely edible, so I would eat it. I don't really know much about scorpions, but I know the smaller they are, the more poisonous they are, and I really wouldn't want to eat one of the like huge scorpions. I'd rather eat one that's like this big, but the problem is it's really poisonous, so with a scorpion you don't really win either way, whereas a spider, if you just have to eat tarantula, just whack it on a fire or something, cook it to the point where it's cooked, and just eat it. Don't think about it, and yeah. Different question, I'll give you that one. Is probably about the only question that's not server related, so thank you for that one. The next question is from COD Collector's Kid. I don't understand the first part of your question, but I'll answer the second part, and is, how excited was I when I was moderator? I was probably over the moon. Like, I originally got helper 3 months beforehand, so I'd worked hard as a helper. Well, I'd like to think I worked hard as a helper, but I had my few flaws which I asked Kevin to work on, and then he basically told me like the feedback I needed, and then at that point onwards, I suppose I worked on it and I got promoted. It was kind of a shock there and then, but I was over the moon with it. I was so happy. It was just like, oh my god, like I had a massive grin across my face for at least an hour. So yeah, I was pretty much, I would say I was really excited to get the moderator position on a Hypixel server. I mean, especially if you think about it, we had 11,000 players online the other day, and that is insane. So yeah, I thank you, all you, like, well, yeah. The next question comes from HC Hammerboy, and his question is, what do you think you will do in the future to improve my channel, and will it be like series, giveaways? Well, at the moment I've got the block hunt series, and that is going to be going on for a while because we've literally got to collect one of every single block. So at the moment there's 2 of us. I plan to hopefully get another person in to sort of spice things up a little bit, give it a bit more of a, basically just add someone to it, just sort of liven things up a little bit. Not that I'm saying it's not lively at the moment, but basically that's what I plan to do with that. And then if we need to, we can move it across to collecting all the items as well. So there's a lot of potential for this series, and I'm hoping that it gets picked up by a lot of people, and a lot of people watch it daily, not daily, every Wednesday, every Friday. I really enjoy doing the series itself. So yeah, that's the main goal for my channel, is that series, and then doing other stuff like Hypixel mini games. But I did try recording Saints Row 4 on the Xbox. However, recording stuff from the Xbox over to and then editing it is a lot harder, especially if I play with mates, because I'm not too good with commentary on my own. I always struggle to find things to say, and I fear that I'm boring, which if I am, I am, but with someone else I feel like it's worthwhile, so I do it. Hopefully now with my boom stand on microphone, it should be a lot easier for me to record on Xbox, because the main problem I had was I was using my Creeper, which you saw in my 500 vlog special. I was using that as a microphone stand, and it keeps falling over, which I think it did in my zombies video that I done. So it's kind of hard to get it all working. Xbox isn't exactly the world's best thing to record on. Ideally I would record on the PC, but my computer is nowhere near good enough to record 99% of the new games. And PCs are a lot more expensive than consoles, because you have to upgrade them like every 6 months to keep up with the current graphics. So yeah, I'm trying to get stuff on Xbox to kind of add to my channel, but I don't know where that's going to end up, so keep an eye out for that. But regarding giveaways, I'm not a fan of doing giveaways, because it kind of seems like a way of saying, hey, I need subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway so that you can potentially win something and you'll then subscribe to me. I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that, purely because I'd rather get my subs through doing videos and doing it that way. This is purely just a hobby. I'm doing it for fun, so doing giveaways, unless I get to the point where I'm big enough where I have a t-shirt shop and stuff like that is cool to give away. But saying at the moment I have a spare microphone, I have a Blue Snowball microphone and a Razer keyboard that I'm not going to probably use. I could potentially give them away, but I don't want to get subscribers just for giveaways. I want to get them for the content I do. So hopefully just by recording more I should gain more subscribers, and the stuff I do should help me gain subscribers as well. The next question is from Batpig, and his question is, what game do I like most on the server? He kind of asked the same question twice in the same sentence, so I'm just putting it into one. But the game I'd say I used to like most was Paintball. I used to be, for those of you who didn't know, I used to be #1 on Paintball for probably about a month after it was released, and then I got accepted as a helper, and there was at that moment in time, helpers, they really needed them to help in lobbies and answer questions and stuff, and it's kind of like one of them things of, I got asked if I could spend less time playing paintball and more time helping, and I was like, sure, I'd rather go down the helper route than be #1 in paintball. So I went down the helper route, and as of that point I kind of stopped playing paintball and it got boring. Not boring as such, but I can't get back into it, so I don't really play paintball too much anymore. However, the new lobby is really cool. If you haven't seen it, Paintball's got a new lobby as of the 10th of September, so go check that out. But regarding my favourite minigame, I'll probably say it's Quake, purely because, I mean, it's free for all, you haven't got to rely on a team to help you out, and it's just kind of awesome. So I'd say Quake has got to be my favourite game, because it's quick, it's speedy, and I'm actually quite good at it, and the phone's ringing, so I'm going to have to go and answer that. Be right back. The last question, the final question for the Q&A, so this is the final question from the Hypixel forums, and that's it. I haven't got any more questions after this one. It's from Slayer Source. I'm going to have to quickly swivel around because it's quite a long question, so I'm going to try and answer this one in chunks because it's a long question. And basically the question is, do I like being a mod on the server, and how long am I on the server all day? This is the first part of the question. I do really enjoy being a moderator on the server. It gives me something to do. Like, I enjoy playing games, but I kind of like the thought of I'm helping the game run type of thing. So with the Hypixel server, I kind of feel like I'm helping it be a good environment for all you guys who are playing. The time I spend per day changes. Like at the moment I'm really busy IRL, and then say towards Christmas I'm going to have a lot of free time, so I'll then do a lot of free time related stuff. So it kind of varies like weekly, but at the moment I'm not on too often. But I am doing stuff behind the scenes, which it's server related, but I don't need to be in game to do it, as I'm sure I've already said. So that's that part of the question. The next part is, can I do a Walls meetup where people can play with the mods or admins? We do play like as staff quite often. Not well, I wouldn't say quite often, but there are days where there'll be about 8 or 9 of us. We'll go around to a lobby and people are like, "Whoa, so many staff!" But at that point, you can see we're all playing together. We don't. It depends on how busy the server is. If we do a lot like playing on it, so I wouldn't say getting all the staff together to do meetups is kind of hard. But if I do one on my own, I'll usually tweet it out. I think I've done one so far around like, "Hey, if anybody wants to join me, message me in game, Nordyalex. I'd like to play," and I do a party invite. So follow me on Twitter if you want to play with me. I do like I do like to do some days where I just do a random meetup. It's not often. I'm not saying I do it every day, but I'll try and do it more often if that's what some of you guys would like. So yeah, that's all the questions. I thank you guys for watching. I'm amazed that I've managed to hit 600 subscribers in less than a month, so I'm over the moon with that one. I thank you guys so much on that one. If you enjoyed this video, hit a like. I'm happy to do. I kind of don't have the time to do IRL vlogs, like me walking around doing little things in life. My life's not interesting enough to do that, but I'm happy to do. If you want me to try and record a game, like I plan to do a horror game, so if you like the idea of that with face cam on, I'm happy to do that. But as I say, I thank you guys for watching, and thank you for letting me hit 600 subscribers. Goodbye. Oh my god, people are watching my side. This is getting so intense on my end. Meanwhile, Jamie always misses out on the action because he dies, leaving me to do it all. I've killed. I must have killed about. Oh shit! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.